Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighter's Anthology as we continue with the reference materials. Today, we will be going over, or rather this episode, I should say it today because I do two in a day, so. X-29 FSW, Grumman X-29, title Grumman X-29, type forward swept wing advanced technology demonstrator. Description: at first glance, the X-29 may appear to be flying backwards. Its sharply angled forward swept wings are mounted far back on the fuselage, while the canards, horizontal stabilizers for controlling pitch, are mounted in front of the wings rather than at the tail. The X-29 uses a close-coupled design that places the canards close to and in the same place as the wing. The complex geometries of the main wings and canards combine to give the aircraft exceptional maneuverability, supersonic performance, a very light structure, and low drag. Using one F404 engine, the X-29 will demonstrate technologies that are expected to allow future aircraft to fly faster and further for a given engine thrust. Program: the X-29 represents a unified commitment to future aircraft development by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, the U.S. Air Force, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, and aerospace manufacturers. Intensive investigations and technology validation studies to develop a viable forward-swept wing supersonic aircraft have been underway since 1976. The $87 million X-29 program began officially in December 1981, when DARPA awarded a contract to Grumman Aerospace Corporation to produce two test aircraft. Design features: the X-29 uses a three control surface configuration for pitch control. Canards, flaperons, and strike flaps are driven in concert to minimize trim drag. This maximizes the aircraft's responsiveness at the onset of maneuvers by increasing pitch acceleration. The three surfaces, which jointly minimize the aircraft's drag, are driven continuously. Canard for primary pitch control, the flaperons for roll control, high lift, and camber changing, and the strike flaps to augment the canards at low speeds, which rotates the aircraft on takeoff or pitches the aircraft down from a deep stall. Technologies: the forward swept wing of the X-29 could alter the thinking of future aircraft designers. It performs more efficiently over a wider range of speeds than aircraft with traditionally swept wings, which means less drag, more lift, better maneuverability, and more efficient cruise speed. In flight, air moving over the forward swept wing tends to flow inward toward the root of the wing rather than outward toward the wingtip, as it does on an aft swept wing. This reverse airflow allows the wingtips with their ailerons to remain unstalled at high angles of attack. Stall, or loss of lift, that does occur tends to develop at the root of the forward swept wing where it is easier to control. Because of this, the X-29 is more responsive to low speed and high angle of attack maneuvering commands than an aircraft with aft swept wings. Future benefits: the combined efforts of government and commercial enterprise built the X-29. Beyond evaluating its own flying qualities, the demonstrator may serve as a host aircraft to prove the value of advanced technology features for incorporation in future aircraft engines. A two-dimensional engine nozzle that will be able to deflect thrust up or down and reverse the thrust for braking the aircraft is under development. This mechanism could enhance short field performance and handling qualities. Advanced cockpit designs that include a complete geometric rearrangement of the cockpit and an advanced autopilot require intensive testing and crew orientation. A pilot's seat reclined at a sharp angle to prevent blood from draining from the head during high gravity turns, and a head-up display on a screen mounted at eye level or perhaps even on the pilot's visor are among the designs under consideration. Research in these technologies will lead aircraft designers into the 21st century. Power plant: the X-29 power plant is a 16,000-pound thrust class General Electric F404 GE400 turbofan engine, the same type that is currently used to power the twin-engine F-18 aircraft. And I believe I want to check this before I go out there. No. But, nope. Okay, so, not that. But, no, okay. I would have been wrong. I'm glad I didn't, say anything. I thought it powered, some other aircraft. I know it powers some other aircraft, but apparently not the ones I was thinking, so. Specifications: wingspan 27 feet, overall length 48 feet, height 14 feet, empty weight 13,600 pounds, maximum fuel 4,000 pounds, takeoff gross weight 17,600 pounds. Here we can see the 3D view. As you can see, even in the game's built-in database, excuse me, that's an interesting how this rear part is kind of squared off. I wonder, it's been a while since I've seen pictures of the actual thing, so I wonder if the sharp geometry is just like the game limitation type deal, where they didn't want to use extra polygons, or if it actually looked like that. Might have actually looked like that, because I think these are the flaperons, and then you have the wing here, and then here's the canards they're talking about. But yeah, as you can see, it's based off a heavily modified F5 Tiger airframe. I believe they might have used airframes that were originally intended for the F20, but don't quote me on that, because I do not know for sure. But yeah, as you can see, even in the game, like the in-game database, it's purely an experimental aircraft. It wouldn't carry weapons, but they let you put weapons on it, and I don't think they might have forced you to fly it for 1 or 2 missions in the ATF campaigns, the second set of 3 that we did. But yeah, I generally just avoided it because it's not a real combat aircraft. So, and I think obviously my breakdown of the aircraft goes into more detail and knows better than I remember. But I think they found that, like, the forward swept wing, for instance, was there weren't many advantages to it versus other wing designs. Like, it had advantages, but other wing designs offered a better suite of advantages, because, like, I could definitely see where this might have issues with stealth or something. You know, and you look at, like, the F-22's wing, where it's more of a diamond almost, and the YF-23. So I imagine that was one of the reasons they did that. But we do have a couple of videos, so let's start with the design video.
In December 1984, Grumman Aerospace Corporation, along with the U.S. Air Force and NASA, began testing the first of 2 X-29 advanced technology demonstrators. Utilizing a triple redundant digital flight control system, special composite wing material, and parts borrowed from the F-16 and other aircraft to reduce costs, the 7-year X-29 program was carried out at NASA's Dryden Flight Research Facility in California. The objectives were to demonstrate advanced technologies deemed critical to next-generation tactical aircraft. These include a thin forward-swept wing of supercritical design with variable wing camber, close-coupled wing canards, relaxed static stability, and advanced flight controls. The single-seat X-29 offers improved agility and high angle of attack flying qualities based on lower drag and greater maneuverability at transonic speeds. With a more flexible fuselage design and reduced size and weight, production costs are predicted to be as much as 20 to 30% less when compared to conventional high-performance aircraft.
As we can see in that video, the squared-off aft section of the aircraft is actually on the real aircraft. And I also quick looked it up during that video. The X-29s were based on F-5A fuselages, so not the F-20 like I thought. Maybe there was a small chance that they might be. Our other video today is special flight maneuvers.
The improved agility of the X-29 becomes immediately evident when the aircraft is put through its paces. Tight turns and snappy barrel rolls such as these highlight the X-29's superior maneuverability and better than expected high angle of attack control. The number 2 X-29 was fitted with a unique parachute spin recovery system. Incredibly, the pilot is able to maintain stability and control during a test deployment. Each of the technologies tested in the X-29 program proved invaluable to future military and commercial aircraft design. These include low-speed control, transonic aerodynamic efficiency, virtual elimination of wing twist, and finally, low approach speed, reducing landing distance requirement and opening up more locations for aircraft deployment.
Alright, so that concludes today's episode, or rather today's second episode. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there. We'll see you then.